First drive will start at the 25.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. And I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right on.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
The Chargers hit 5 and 10 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown. But boy, he's playing really well.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the 40 now on second down. Fulton over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Fulton. Got a man. It's Darren Waller.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Touchdown, Raiders! DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Ball again on second down.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Again, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 3 before he brings up 3rd and 6.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Chargers, nothing.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are back within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Falk. Oh, looking for Water, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Justin Herbert
Scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
On 2nd and 9, Falk. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Now here's Falk. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
A give running right is Hall.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, Jacobs looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, which shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree and pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Falk. That's caught by Waller out left side. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Falk.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Falk.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
us a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, please. Black shot.
It's Falk out of the gun. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Charger drive about to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1.
Open man, it's Reagor. He's got it.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 2nd and 9, Herbert.
And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Again, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
At the 30-yard line.
Here we go, set. Red, cycle. Ready?
From the 30 on second down, Falk. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A final shot before break. Falk, he's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Ball again on second down.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And some space here. The 30. 10, 5, touchdown, LA. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Running on first down, Eckler.
Down inside the 40.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 33. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And his kick is absolutely perfect.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
From the 27, Falk toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Falk. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Ross on the return. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On 1st down, right back to Hall.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Falk. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. 69 yards.
And the Raiders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert.
Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play.
Touchdown! A great play there. 78 yards.
And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
On 1st and 10, Falk.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Falk looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, both sides are screaming.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw.
Fall targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you get to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Back to throw again. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice 1st down and a pickup.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
There to make the tackle, Jonathan Abram. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert running left off the option.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Falk, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Some back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Falk. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Let's go now. Hey, move. Right.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He finds his man, complete. That's Spencer. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Falk. Buying time to his left. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Falk. Being chased out left. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step up in this spot.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 2nd and 10, Falk. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. But probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now here's Falk. He finds his man, complete. It's Spencer. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.